All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to episode 49 of our No Man's Land series. I am Ultra Farmer, and this is it. This is kind of what we've all been waiting for. Well, what I've been waiting for, anyways. Our giant, massive harvest episode. And I thought, usually I like to shoot or like start our harvest episodes by shooting a couple hoops. And I was shooting hoops, and the ball literally got stuck up there. Unbelievable. Couldn't believe it. I was trying to recreate that Kawhi Leonard shot. I don't know if you're from Philly. I'm sorry about that, but Kawhi Leonard when he hit that one from the corner and it just like bounced on the rim. Yeah, that can stay there. And then it dropped, and then the Raptors went to the finals and won. That was a crazy shot. That was one of the craziest shots I've ever seen. Okay, we got to make at least one here before we start this harvest. We gotta. Come on, ball. There we go. Bank shot, and we're in. Okay, episode 49. We've got a ton of work to do. We got a ton of work to do. I'm prepped. I got up this morning. I got my miles done. I've got a coffee sitting in front of me. I had a banana and a granola bar, so that should hold me off for a little bit. But we are gonna go to town harvesting. I've got one of our combines set up here, like ready to rock. I have another one set up. Oh, that's apparently parked over in this other field. So we're gonna do back-to-back harvests. It's going to be a lot of work. This is going to be a long episode. I've basically got ready to play this game for several hours to try and get this all done. I got to unpark this, fire this thing back up, and I think we just need to get going on it. So my plan is I'm just going to go over my rough plan with everybody. We are going to harvest all of these fields. We're going to harvest the oat fields. We're going to sleep quick. We're going to get into October, and then we're going to harvest our sunflower, our corn, our cotton, all that stuff. Then we're going to jump through time. We're going to get through to next March. Then we're going to plant everything again. We're going to plant oats, corn, sunflower. The only thing I'm not going to do again is cotton, just because it takes so long to harvest. We're going to do this field in something. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it sunflowers. Maybe we'll do it corn. It doesn't really matter. We'll just do it something different. And then that's going to be planned, and then we will do one more harvest again. So it's going to be a pile of work. I'm going to be running around like crazy. We've got Thomas, we've got Sarah, we've got Wyatt. Connor wasn't able to make it, so we got one other of their friends. I don't know who it is just yet. They'll let us know when we get here. But yeah, we got a ton of work to do. So I think we just get going. It begins right now. This is our final harvest. Well, not technically our final heart. Well, wait a second here. Look at that. It's already a nightmare. We need to go like this, go like that, open this up. We're not doing any straw swathing whatsoever. Okay, let's close that. Well, little technical error at the beginning. There's going to be some stuff that just goes through, and that's just how it that's how it happens. Okay, let's make sure the straw swath is off on this. Yes, it is. Close that. Let's get going. We got a ton of work to do. So we're gonna be harvesting machines here for a little bit. I'm gonna be running around. I've got a bunch of this equipment parked. There's gonna be a couple time lapses and stuff today. I'm gonna try and plan time lapses for when I've got to eat, so that I can go and like make some food or something like that. I'm gonna make sandwiches, and that way time lapse can kind of happen, or at least it can be getting filmed while I'm making some food, so that I can come right back and not have to put too many cuts in. There might be a little bit of dead air today. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's just gonna be so much of me running around trying to make sure everything gets done that there could be a little bit of dead air. Um, I hope not, but it'll just be what it'll be. So let's jump around here. I've got to get this guy going. I'm going to take this over to our far oat field and just have this set up over there. We've got our other trailer here. Right now, I just got two harvesters going. I have our corn headers set up here, ready to go for when these cornfields are ready to go. I also leased another set of corn headers, and I leased another set of of like grain headers. Yeah, grain, cereal grain, whatever, those types of headers, just to help out with everything. The reason I did the corn ones is because those corn ones will also do sunflowers. They'll do sunflowers and corn, which is fine. They're a little bit slower than that actual sunflower one, but yeah, we're just gonna be ripping through it today. The other thing is, if something comes up today, I haven't done this like this whole series. I haven't been using like super strength or anything like that. For the sake of it today, if something kind of weird happens, like if I do crash a tractor or something, I might just kind of use the old, super strength button just to maybe fix something. I don't want it to be I don't want it to be super unrealistic because like we didn't use super strength this whole series, um, and so I don't want to just like make it super cheaty. But it's like basically 50 is going to be our final episode, and this is going to be like our final kind of harvesting, super farming episode. The next episode, I just got a few little things planned for us, just to kind of say goodbye to everything and wrap up this series. But it won't be like we're not going to be really farming next episode, to be completely honest. It'll just be a wrap up, kind of an overview of where we came from and how we got to this point, blah, blah, blah. So this is like our last working one. If I got to use super strength a little bit, I might today. Hopefully, no one's mad at me for that. Also, when it comes to sleeping through the months, I don't really know. It all depend if we start getting really short on time. I might just kind of go into the dev settings a little bit here, and I can skip through the time much quicker here. I don't necessarily want to do that, but like I said, we're just going to be kind of sleeping through anyways. So if it saves a little bit of time, I might do that, but I haven't really decided just yet. And yeah, I just don't think we're gonna do corn or sorry, cotton on the second harvest just because it takes so long for that harvester to get around the field, especially this big field. Well, I guess that being said, maybe we could do cotton on one of the smaller fields. I don't know. I'll just kind of play it by ear as we get to that point. But yeah, I might not do cotton on the second harvest, but I definitely want to do sunflowers. I definitely want to do oats, and I was thinking we just do some corn again and kind of just call it there. But okay, so let's check. I gotta stay on top of everything here today in a big way. So I want to hook the. I want to hook this one grain cart up to this guy because we got to be hot on the press of making sure these combines are they're not stopping at all. Hopefully we don't get hit with any weather. If we do though, any rain or something, I'm just gonna kind of fast forward that part just so we can do it. And and yeah, we're just gonna be giving her today. It's gonna be a lot of running around, getting workers going on certain things. Like immediately I want to get going cultivating this field and getting it prepped. Be running around with the herbicide sprayers. Gotta get kind of tight to this. These. Okay, sorry about that. There was like we literally had a technical error right at the beginning of all this, and oh, good thing I looked over. It's kind of hard to explain, but I like my computer. I was like running. I ran out of room for recording, and it's because I. It's hard to explain with the editing, but when I edit, I create everything as a proxy media. So if you know what that is, basically what you do is you take all your video clips and you render it in these kind of low resolution clips that your video editing software can kind of work through a little bit easier. And I was creating these clips, blah blah blah. What I did is I created a bunch of proxy media in preparation for episode 50, and that's not connected to my one hard drive. Whatever. Long story short, blah blah blah. I like to record directly to my PC rather than some external hard drive, just in case there's any issues. And I like just by chance looked over at my recording software just to kind of make sure the volume levels and everything was good, and it said like disk ran out of room, and I was like, no, it's because of the proxy media. But thank God I noticed it when I did, Oh god, thank god I noticed it when I did, because that would have sucked to go like an hour and not notice it in this episode. Oh my god. Okay, is this thing? Okay, that's good to go there. So that'll be good. Let's jump back over to this one. Get this guy. I stopped these guys right away just so that so we didn't miss anything. I'm gonna really try hard in this episode to not put too many cuts in. I just want it to be super kind of just, I don't know, just like raw and uncut really. Although I've already put one cut in, but we'll pretend that didn't really happen. Now, the next thing that I gotta do is I'm gonna put everything into the production facility. I'm gonna put everything into the production facility, but let's go in like we always do. I'm gonna make sure, let's deactivate this. This hasn't been activated anyways. This hasn't been activated anyways. I want to be able to see exactly how much yields and stuff. We'll just see how much we actually pull off everything. And if we have to put anything into the silos, like potentially if we run out of room, then that's what we'll do. But we're going to be running. Boy, are we going to be running. So, that being said, we've got... let's get these cultivators hooked up. My plan is to like be cultivating right after we are getting like our harvest off. Just cultivate right away. I think. I gotta think about this a little bit though. Because the weeds will start growing. But we could always cultivate and spray the weeds right now so that they don't come through. Or we can just cultivate right before we do our next... We could just cultivate right before we do our next plant so that we can cultivate, plant, weed, and then roll. Yeah, okay, maybe that's what we'll do. Well, we'll get this green tractor set up and ready to go anyways because... So then we'll just let the weeds grow and that'll be fine. But we can get this tractor set up. This other set of cultivators. Like, what's going on in there? Like, this is what I'm talking about. We might just, for the sake of it, just do that. Just to kind of... I don't even know how that happened. Like, how did that even get hit? I must have hit it with something. Stoked we got this tractor, though. The animals are fed and watered, and they should be good to go. Yeah, they should be good to go for almost the year. Yeah, potentially almost the year. We'll see. Like, I could start cultivating right now, and then no weeds would grow, but as soon as you plant, then weeds grow again. They do, which kind of sucks. Okay, this guy's almost done. Where's our tractor? We'll leave this guy right here. This guy's going good, but what we're going to do is we're going to spin him around and we're going to get him ready for when that combine goes down again and then it's on this next pass. We'll go by and we'll catch a bunch of the grain out of it. I wish we could, you know what? Oh. Get some tunes going. Are we going to be allowed to do... Here's the thing, I don't want to listen to a bunch of tunes and then we get copyrighted or something. We'll risk it for a biscuit right now, real quick. Can I have a little drink of my coffee? Nice. Okay. I hope that doesn't get copyrighted. Okay, yeah, it says weed growing. That's fine. We'll just wait till we'll wait till after. And we'll do it right before we plant / seed. Okay, let's shut this guy off. I just have to back up here just a wee bit. These headers are so huge. You gotta be right tight to these wagons. This is gonna be fun though. I literally waited. Okay, so for me, it's Saturday right now. It won't be when this episode comes out, but yeah, it's Saturday for me right now. I had so much work to do all week, but I looked forward to this episode because like this is it. We're coming to the end of it all, and I'm just stoked. I'm stoked. I went up. I got up early this morning, like I always do. Went and got my miles in. I did 10 miles this morning. Not too bad. I got 7 miles tomorrow, which will finish off a week of just over 50 miles on the week, which is good for right now since it's kind of like off season. There's not any races going on. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to sit and do this. Okay, now we should almost check too. Let's check in our production facility and just see how we're looking for... Yeah, we got cotton. We got lots of wool in there. There's a bit storing. Okay. We've got enough tractors and stuff now that we almost can get hooked to certain implements. Maybe let's cruise around. I know that seeder's full of seed. We gotta keep an eye out for anything that might need lime. We should almost... Which one's 80% full? This guy. Oh no, I missed him on the up and down. Okay, let's hope that... let's hope he can make it to the end. And we'll catch him when he spins around. I'll park this right there. Yeah, oh yeah, we'll definitely make this. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Got a good system going so far. It's August right now. So as soon as these fields get cleared off, like I mean as soon as they get cleared off, we're gonna jump through in time. We'll go through. We'll jump through in time. We'll sleep up until October, and then that way, cotton, the sunflowers, the corn will be ready to go, and we can just go to town. I'm gonna be kind of getting a bit lazy, so to speak, through this episode as well, where I'm just going to be kind of leaving tractors and implements kind of just scattered all over the place. Like I'm going to try and do it somewhat strategically, but you know, when we're done with these headers and I know that this is going to be an oat field again or something, we're just going to drop them down here and we'll come get them when we need them type thing is my plan. Okay, this is good sitting there. That's good sitting there for right now. This guy's 41% full, so let's go over to this tractor. We'll dump. Get some tunes going. Yeah, I hope we don't get copyrighted. I hope not. Whatever, if it does, I'll just edit out some of these parts. So we won't listen to it. So if for some reason in the future, actually here, I'm gonna go like this. Okay, I'll say this now here without it playing. If for some reason that gets us copyrighted, I'll go back and I'll edit out some of the times that we're listening to the radio. So I'll only listen to the radio a bit. But that's why I wanted to shut it off now so that I could have make this little speech and the music's not playing, so this could not get cut out. Um, so I might have to put some cuts in, but I think we'll listen to the radio a little bit today and hope that YouTube doesn't copyright us. So yeah, I think what we'll do here, let's I'll drop down our cruise here for a second. We'll cruise by this guy. These headers are so huge though. Are these the biggest headers in the world? Like, is this the largest ones that you can get is like 15 meters? I guess I could kind of get away a little bit there. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I kind of like getting his way there. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Those headers are too big. We don't have an extension. We don't have the extension on this combine. If that kind of becomes a bit of an issue, maybe what I might do is just swap these out. I'm just kind of thinking out loud right now. If it does become a bit of an issue, it won't be an issue. I just got to be a little bit better. I just got to be a little bit better with it is all. But if we had an extension on the pipe, it would be a little bit better, but whatever. We'll get through it. We will get the oats off the field one way or another. Okay, so that's good. I'll go back down here because he'll be able to go. You know what? I'll bet you he'll be able to finish this field and I won't even have to worry about it. So I'll just park this down here. And as soon as he's done, we got to be careful with the way that like those headers are so big that you can't get into the farm. Like I can't turn in here, for example, and go between there because the headers are too big. Same with like basically anywhere around here. You have to go all the way around, which again is fine because I can just drop these headers out here and it's not the end of the world. But I'll just leave that right there for right now. Let's go check this guy. He's 50% full. So I think to make things easy, when he spins around, we'll just pull that grain cart past him and catch as much as we can. And then if I'm thinking, what are we thinking here? He'll go back down the other way, come back down this direction, and then finish off going back down the other way. So I'll just park that grain cart at the other end once we chase him down for a pass, and then that way once he finishes off, we should be able to just hop in, throw the pipe out, and drop all our grain into the cart. How much do we have? 23,000 in there. And we also got some in the silo that I cannot forget about, that I probably will forget about. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can get that stuff out of the silo right now. I can sneak in behind. Oh yeah, we got enough room. Snake in behind here. Because there was 38,000 liters in here. And we'll put this all in the production facility. So technically speaking, at the end of all of this, when we go and we're calculating how much we got off both these harvests, we're about 40,000 extra. About 40,000 extra from what we had stored in those silos. But I kind of, there's going to have to be a few cuts in here because otherwise this will be like like a 6 hour episode, and I don't really want to do that. I don't think people would even really want to watch that. So what I might do is to save some of it is yeah, I might cut out some of it. I'm just kind of really thinking about this more and more as I go. I might have to cut out a few spots just to save this from being crazy amounts of time long. But we'll get it figured out. In the end, we'll get it sorted out. So we need to. Hopefully, we can catch this guy. %80 full. Yep, I knew it. Well, we should be able to catch up to him. But I know I've said this a million times, but I am super looking forward to FS25. I can't wait to see what the series that we're able to put together in that game. I think it'll be awesome. I'm really excited to just see the different things that they changed with the game, the improvements that they made from the stuff I've kind of seen, like the people that have had early access and all that stuff. It looks like it's going to be a pretty awesome game, so I'm very, very, very excited about that. Uh, yeah, I can't wait to play it. I also love how cool of a farm we were able to build on No Man's Land. This is the best one I ever built on this map for sure. I've done a couple different ones with some friends, but I never made one this cool, I don't think. Or maybe just have went this in depth and put this much time into one. Okay, let's hop over. This guy's done. Perfect. We came and checked at the perfect time. So let's go offload him, and then we're going to skip through in time. We're just going to wait for that other field to get done, and we'll skip through in time. Okay, so this is going to be one of those moments where I'm going to put a cut in and get all that done, and then we'll jump through when I'll bring you guys back when it's October, and I'm just going to keep going here. Okay, folks, we're back here. It is October, which that means, she means it's just another round of harvesting that we got to do here. So I just had to get the sheep wool kind of dealt with real quick, just because they were just, yeah, all the things had filled up so much. So I'm just gonna get these guys going here. Let's do that. Get that going right there. Let's jump over to. We gotta pull this away, but I want to jump into this unit. We gotta drop the headers off this and then go get started on the cornfields, because the cornfields are gonna take a very long time. Let's bring the pipe in. Like I said, I'm just going to end up dropping these headers just kind of off. Probably even right here is fine. Seems like a good spot for them. For now, at least. And yeah, we'll get started on this cornfield. Then we can go jump the grain into this. I've got weeds and stuff growing on these fields, which is fine. I'm just going to wait till I cultivate after. And yeah, that's basically where we're at. The cotton needs to be done, but we're going to have to kind of sleep through a little bit. Yeah, we're going to have to sleep through into the next month. So maybe once one of these fields get done, once we get like a couple of these fields done, we'll do that just to get into the next one so that we can get our cotton fields going. So let's make that there. Drop this down. Say 2 headlands, nice and smooth. Let's generate a course. That'll be just fine. Let's go check on this guy. Yep, he's just given her. Looks good. Okay, so we can bring this up front to the I guess technically it would be the south side of the farm, so that we can catch any of the sunflowers when that's done up there. Same thing, we'll just keep storing everything in the production facility. We can go check in the production facility too to see exactly how much we got off those oats, less about 40,000 liters. We'll have to hang out over here and just kind of babysit too to make sure nothing happens around this like rock formation that I like to always run into. But yeah, let's go dump these oats off. And I forgot that we planted this cotton almost like a month late, if that makes sense. Yada, yada, yada. So we'll get one of these fields done, and then we'll sleep through, and we'll see if we can get it into to be ready to harvest in November. Is that how it'll be? We'll double check. We'll check the calendar just to make sure that we can still harvest the rest of our corn and everything in November as well, which we should be able to, but we will double check just to make sure. Let's bring this out. We'll get this dumped in. Yeah, I'm just letting the weeds grow and stuff right now because I done this last time where if you spray for the weeds, it doesn't do anything. It'll like stop the weeds for now, but after you cultivate, it's still gonna. After you cultivate and then you plant, it always says that the weeds are growing. The only thing we gotta stay on top of is making sure that none of these fields need any lime. So I'll check that after. But I just want to see how much oats we got off those fields to see what's in our production facility once this fully empties out of our grain cart. So let's go into the production facility and let's go see what we got. 135, so like 100,000. Okay, that's good. So this can stay up here with the corn. This will stay up here with the corn. And let's check our calendar. Yeah, so we can harvest still into November, and that's probably when this cotton will be ready. So once one of these fields is done, when this field in front of us is done, and this field right here, once that's done and this field's done, we'll sleep through quick so that we can get our cotton harvester going. That being said, let's go jump in this bad boy. Unpark him, fire him up. We might as well bring this out and get it ready. Oh, there's the basketball. What? Yeah, the basketball still sit there. That's actually funny. No way. We ran over the basketball. Oh, that's funny. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so bring this here. Is everything going good here? I never know. We gotta jump over. Because I bet you we're gonna have to empty this on one loop of the corn. I actually don't really know what to expect. Oh my god, we're not even gonna make it one loop, are we? Okay, so that guy's stuck. See, oh, this is what I knew was gonna happen. Okay, first of all, we're gonna have to rip this around and get ready. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird spot where we have to pull grain out of there. Or pull the corn out of that harvester, but that's fine. Let's pull this up here. Try not to run over and damage any of our crops. And then we gotta go back over to that field. Actually, we're kind of jammed up no matter what. That guy's full. This guy's stuck. To do it our darn self then. And I think while we're here, let's pull this over and see if we can get some of this dumped out of it, and then hopefully we can just set the course again and he can keep going, blah blah blah. But what we gotta do is look and be able to see where our course is. And then hopefully we can get this guy back on track, and then we'll run over, get the corn off that. Nah, that's crazy. You get so much corn that it can't even make one lap. Yep. that's gonna throw a wrench into everything. So how does this lap go? Whoa, I was like looking up. I was looking up. You're gonna see the struggles today though, that's for sure. Oh my god. You know, as much as I love this like little rock thing, it's nothing but a pain. It's nothing but a pain. Especially on a day where we have so much to do. Okay, but now, if we go around... This might work. It's so crazy, it just might work. And then if I go... Did that work? Did that just work? I think it did. Okay, we gotta go deal with this little situation down here. Get the corn out. And keep on rocking. We're gonna have to be hot. Like this big cornfield out here. We're gonna have to be following with this grain cart crazy amounts. We might even have to get another trailer. I don't know just yet, but we'll figure it out. Okay. What worries me is that I don't know if that one's running. Hopefully this works. Looking like it will. Alright. And then we'll have to back and get out of this guy's way very quickly so they can keep going. And let's just check over real quick to... I don't really know what's happening here, but we're just going to roll with it for right now. Okay, let's get out of this guy's way and see if... And then we might have to follow... This is what we'll do. Think we can pull this hill? Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, we got this. Oh yeah. A little slow, no big deal. Yeah, get the radio going for a little bit here. Because what I'm thinking is when this harvester comes around, we might as well try and get a bit of the corn dumped out of it before he makes another lap. And then hopefully we can just kind of chase around and babysit if we got to. But he should be able to make it to... Geez, hopefully around over here. I'll just leave this tractor and trailer here for right now. 30%, yeah, okay. Let's go take a look at what's going on over here. Yeah, it seems to be not too bad. Let's park that one for right now. Yeah, I want to jump in this tractor and get ready for When that combine comes down, it does the other paths pass this way. We'll try and a get a load, get some of the sunflowers dumped out of that unit, and then that way should just be able to finish that field without having to offload. We'll get this field finished and this other corn one done, and then we'll sleep through so that we can get Sarah Bear going on that cotton harvester. It'd be good if these combines held a little bit more grain in them, but these are like the biggest ones we can get. Well, that's not 100% true. But I don't want to go buy a brand new one or even lease one. We'll just deal with it. It's not the end of the world. We just got to be on top of everything, making sure we're Johnny on the spot when it comes to getting some stuff offloaded. But let's pull up here actually. Perfect. Perfect. Because I want it to be on a straight stretch here. Then we're going to go like this. Yep. We're going to get a bunch of corn off these fields though. Holy crap. A bunch of corn indeed. Okay, there we go. So let's bring this back in. He should be able to just keep going. Right there. Okay, perfect. Now let's head over to... Ooh, will we be able to do this in time? Hopefully. If we can catch up here, ooh, it'll be tight. There we go. And then we can spin this tractor around, get this grain cart, and we'll go to the end. And then that way, once this field's completed, we'll just be able to pull the combine right by it, offload into it. Yeah, this thing's only 40% full, so that works good. Let's spin this around. We'll come down this other side here on this back road. I wonder how Thomas's canola fields are coming. I can see them growing in from over there. But yeah, we really got to get going on that cotton field. That will be a major priority. Yeah, I'm thinking if I park this tractor and trailer right here, we'll be able to just kind of be able to do a little bit of a flyby once that field's done. Okay, but we gotta go get this guy going. Because you just know that that corn harvester's probably almost full. Kind of missed some spots over here on the right side. That's from the unevenness of the ground. Yeah, we'll catch up to this guy here. Hopefully we're able to do this. This is going to be a little bit tricky, but hopefully we'll be able to do this not too bad. So much corn though. Holy crap. So now that I'm thinking more, when it comes time in the future to do our second harvest, we'll try and probably do the big cotton field in either sunflowers or oats rather than corn, is kind of what I'm thinking. Methinks. See if we can stick with this guy a little bit longer. Like, I always could lease another combine to kind of help everything along, since I do have extra headers sitting around. I don't know, though. I go back and forth. Like, it would be good if we had another one going somewhere. But then we would have to get another tractor, or not another tractor, but definitely another trailer to kind of be babysitting and doing the same thing with that one. I don't know if I'd be able to run to 3 different fields kind of all at once, doing stuff like this. Maybe, though. Maybe it wouldn't be too bad. Okay, that guy should be offloaded pretty good. Yeah. Let's jump through and see how everybody's doing. This guy's getting close to done. Should be good. We'll go get him set up on the other field, get prepped to sleep through into November, and then we can get going on the cotton fields. So what I think I'm going to do is I'll just put a bit of a cut in here, and I'll bring you guys back once we're in November, and we're doing that just so you don't have to wait and watch through all of this. So I'll bring you back in once we're in November, and we'll get that cotton field going and keep going on corn and sunflowers. Okay, we are back. I did what I said. We got done this field, and I jumped over into November so that we can get something going on this cotton field. Get old Sarah Bear going on this cotton field. We got that one cornfield done. I've got Wyatt going on the other cornfield. Thomas is on the other harvester getting the sunflowers done on that other field. And yeah, we got to get something going on this cotton field. Now this cotton field, one nice thing about the cotton field is you don't really have to worry about anything. Like once they start going, 4 headlands. That's what we had before. Okay, sure. Generate that for me. You know what? It's gonna be just good enough for us. Old Sarah Bear will get it squared away perfectly for us. Okay, I got this field started. We're at a perfect point where we got to jump in this tractor and jump around and get some grain dumped out of this. Now, what we also got to do is go through and start looking to see if any of these fields need lime. I know I've got weeds growing everywhere, but I'm just going to wait to cultivate them till it comes time in the springtime. Let the weeds grow. I'll let them do their things. Honestly, I'd even kind of thought about turning weeds off for this, but, you know, we had it on this whole time. Whatever. We'll just rock with it. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter because I think I have a pretty good plan for it. I think at least. Unless for some reason I don't know that we can't just cultivate over them when they're quite large. That would suck. That would definitely suck. But live and you learn, I suppose. We'll live and we'll learn through this little harvest grind. Okay, so we're gonna have to catch up with this guy right now because this field is so huge and we get so much off the cotton fields off the cornfields that we're gonna have to try and, like, there's no way this guy makes it a full lap. There's no way Wyatt makes it a full lap and that combine's not plumb full. But I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to follow around this whole field on this first pass. Once there's that one headland done, it's not too bad, but the rest of it's going to be kind of difficult. So I want to try and catch up to him now and see if I can get a bit out. And then hopefully we can do this. Hopefully this isn't too much of a pain. But it just is what it is. We'll just keep rocking away here. We're in November. We got about, let's say, about half the fields almost done. Maybe not quite half, because there's these fields out here pretty big. Okay. So let him go a little bit longer around there. Yep, that's basically empty. We got this cultivator set. Okay, these weeds are large. Let's just do a little test here. We'll see right away if this is going to work for us or not. Yeah, that'll end up working for us. That'll end up working just fine. I think at least. Let's just go back, jump out. I kind of actually hit the wrong button there. Yep, it'll be good to go. Okay, so our plan's gonna work. We got Cerebear rocking in there. This guy is done. Okay. So let's fire this thing up. 8% full. That's not too bad. We can just rock this around. Where's our... You know what? For the sake of it, since we're going to do a quick little flyby here, we'll go drop what we have for sunflowers into this grain cart, and then we'll head over, and Thomas can get going on that big field. And actually, just real quick though, just because I know without knowing that it's going to be kind of hard for this tractor to pull this field and it's going to be super slow, let's just get him pulled up and around and at least get a little bit more corn pulled out of that combine. And then yeah, see, I knew this was going to happen. We were going to be slow pulling this hill here, which is fine. This won't be too bad. Honestly, it's getting all this grain and stuff off the first time. It's going to be the bit of a grind. When we get to it on the second point, we will do a little bit more sunflowers. I think we'll just keep sunflowers in these big fields. I think is what we'll do. That way we can, we don't have to babysit as much with the grain carts in the second harvest. But I'm glad we did corn on these for the first ones, just for, you know, just for fun, because we're going to have a lot of corn, like a pile of corn. One thing I'm excited to do in like FS25 is just kind of go and I don't know, like you guys could let me know in the comment section what you like. Do you like these kind of longer, like 50 episode series, or should I do some more kind of mini series where we maybe 25 episodes and we try and kind of put some sort of a challenge together, like just as soon as we make our first $1,000,000 we're done. Something like that. I don't know, like kind of shorter series, but more series, or do you like these kind of longer, big ones? You know, that's what I would say. Let me know what you guys think's better. Okay, so that's good there. Now let's close this up and let's get him going on that other huge sunflower field, because that's going to take a bit of time. It'll take a bit of time, but I bet you it'll still be done before that big cornfield's done. But really, those are the last ones. We're going to be into a good little spot here where I want to cultivate these fields, but I know it's a waste of time. I know it's a waste of time because we might as well do it. Well, I don't want weeds to grow after. I wanted some of the weeds to grow through so that I could rip them off so that it's considered like good to go then. And then we can just direct drill with the seeder and the planter, whatever we're doing next. And then we should just have to spray for weeds once after that, because once you plant, usually it usually it'll say that weeds are growing again. So okay, let's see how that goes. That looks fine. Let's start that. I'll close that. Let's go dump this, and then we'll bring this over, and you can kind of stick with the sunflowers, which should work pretty good for us. But then what I think we'll do is, since it doesn't show that weeds are growing after this, we'll just go get cultivators going on those other sets of, on that other far out field. We'll get that other green tractor going. We'll get someone going on this case tractor to cultivate these fields and kind of get us prepped and ready for the springtime. But we won't spray any weeds. We'll do all our spraying after we plant. So let's get this dumped in right now. We got a second before Thomas makes his first lap around that big sunflower field. Excuse me. Let's jump over. Actually, this is what we'll do. This will work good. We gotta bring this tractor around anyways. So we'll bring this tractor around, and then we'll go jump on that other John Deere track unit, the 9RX, and get some cultivating going on that far east field. Is what I think will be a good idea. So much work to do. That's crazy. And Freckles is nowhere to be found. But we already knew that was gonna happen, right? We already knew old Freckles won't be there. He's probably hanging out with the sheep. That's another thing too. We gotta go around and round up all the wool. We can't forget to do that. Okay, let's do. He's gonna twist in here and get going on the second headland, and then we'll get some corn dropped out of this guy. If we can without. There we go. Gonna get ahead just a little bit there. There we go. This is working good. You can kind of tell if you watch in that harvester how empty it's getting in there. Whoa. I gotta course correct here a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's gonna be good. Let's leave that right there. Get someone going on this. What's gonna be the easiest? Actually, yeah, we'll just run it. Jump off the rocks. We'll get some cultivating going on this. I hope weeds don't grow after. If they do, though, oh well. We'll just cultivate again. Okay, perfect. Okay. We got everybody doing something. Everybody and then some doing something. Now what we need to do is jump back on this and head back over to the 13-14 field and get ready to pull some sunflowers out of that other harvester. Just running around. I knew this is how it would be, just madness. Thing though is like it's gonna go by in a flash. Like all of a sudden we're gonna be done the second harvest and it'll be like, oh, it's over with, you know? So we really gotta enjoy that second harvest. Okay, how we looking? Where's Thomas at? He's gotta be rounding third and getting ready to come home here. Yep, he is. So let's pull right alongside here. And let's go. We're gonna have to make. We gotta go get rid of some of this. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to make the trip back. Back around. Go dump this off. And then make our way back and hopefully. Oof. I don't know if he'll be able to make it. Yeah, he's already 50% full. Okay, well, we might just have to let him get full, I guess, and that's all we can do. So, Thomas is wrapping around here. Let's jump into this one. Get some sunflowers pulled out, and then we'll go dump that corn. Perfect, perfect. Try and get. There we go. There we go. That's working better. I think. Yeah, there we go. Just gotta find the sweet spot. Should be almost empty. Yeah, that's probably good there. Okay, let's go dump this, and then we'll have to rip back around and catch up to Wyatt. He's gonna have to sit there and wait a sec for us to come back. That tractor looks pretty sweet, though. Let's get the radio going for a little bit here. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do here, I think this is where we should start kind of one of our first time lapses, because this is gonna be a bit, we're gonna have a bit of a process here, and then I can bring you back once some of these fields are done. So this will be a little bit weird of a time lapse. It'll be me jumping around from equipment to equipment, kind of doing everything, but I think we're gonna have to, otherwise, like I said, this video is gonna end up being 5 hours long, which probably isn't going to be ideal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of a time lapse of us getting the rest of these fields harvested, and it's just going to be the same thing, me running around doing all this, and then I'll bring you back once this the corn field's done, the sunflower field's done, and the cotton field's done. We won't really be having to time lapse anything from the cotton field, but yeah. So I think that's what we'll do right now. So I'll see you guys back in a sec. All right, team, just kind of jumping back in here. I know that was a kind of a bit of a long time lapse, little back-to-back action there, but there was a lot of work that needed to get done, and as you can see, I was just ripping around, implement to implement. I hope it wasn't too annoying as I tabbed through the equipment. It was like, because I kind of needed them all to be there at a certain point. I didn't want to not be able to, like, I could have parked them, so I didn't have to skip through so many of them, but I kind of needed to. Yeah, I don't know. I hope it was okay for you guys. But so we're just getting to the end of this cornfield. This and the cotton. What's left on the cotton field is going to kind of be the last of it. So I'm just going to jump back in this tractor and actually spin him around a little bit here. But so what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of a cut in here. I'm going to get this field done, and I'll let the cotton field kind of run its course. I think I'm even going to jump back in the cultivator and just catch a few of those spots because I know weeds are going to end up growing there. And then just kind of off camera, just for a little bit of a cut here, I'm going to make myself some lunch and just kind of do a couple checks, see what needs to be limed. I don't think any of these fields need to be plowed as I was running through them. Like this one just says weed growing. I mean, we can check this right now. What's this field gonna tell us? Weeds. We did so much lime work last harvest, to be honest, that I'm not surprised a bunch of these don't need lime. Weeds, that's good. I cannot believe none of these need lime, though. Like, am I... Wow. Oh my god. That'll save so much time, actually. Don't get too excited. Did I check this one? I remember liming this one last time. That's crazy. Are we sure? It's crazy. Okay, that's so lucky. Like, unbelievably lucky. But, okay, so, yeah, this is almost done. I'm just going to... kind of do what I said. Do just like a little bit of like almost like an intermission for me. I'm gonna eat some food. Kind of just take a minute here to go through the fields and just like get my bearings straight. I gotta go around and get some of the wool pulled out of the way. I'll let these fields finish off, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna skip ahead in time. I'm gonna get us to the springtime, and then we're starting the process over again. We got to get planting. We got to get. We're gonna have to get weeds sprayed. We're gonna have a pile of work to do. So. I'll bring you guys just back in a sec here, and we'll keep going. We'll get ready, get set up for our second harvest. Okay, team, we are back here. I had some lunch. I got these fields cultivated while I was eating some lunch. I basically just let the workers run while I was doing that, and then I just kind of ran around a little bit with equipment, trying to get set. I fast forwarded time, jumped into March, and now we're planting again. So I've got sunflowers going on this big field. We're going to go through, we got to kind of get equipment and everything hooked to all these different implements, and then we're going to go through, and what I want to check real quick here, we're just going to be planting. We're going to be doing a bunch of planting, bunch of rolling, all that stuff. So let me just go into my planters here. Those are 350 horse, but that's 300 horse. Okay, so what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna use this tractor to pull this big seeder because it'll pull it just fine, and then we can use these other bigger tractors to run the rollers and stuff, which will just help out a little bit there. Whoa, come on now. So yes, we need to get a few things seeded. We're gonna do oats again. It'll be another oats, corn, and sunflower harvest. I'm thinking just the way that we're in the season it'll pretty be good. Like we've got these sunflower headers, so we definitely got to do sunflowers again. I don't know if it's going to be worth doing cotton again in any of the fields just because it takes so long for it to harvest, and I've already put in quite a shift on this. And we got a lot of work left to do because we still got another harvest. Now, we don't got to cultivate and everything again necessarily to get everything done. But we got to get everything planted, herbicide sprayed, rolled. We got to get a growth cycle in, and we got to fertilize everything, and then we got to harvest again. So we've got a pile of work to do, an absolute pile of work to do. And so we just got to get to it. We got to get rocking here. Hoping, like I said, I'm just going to be flying through this, to be honest. I just got to get everything set really good. Okay. And so let's just jump into this thing real quick. Needs rolling, and we've got weeds growing, which is exactly what I thought. Completely fine. So look at this thing's pulling so fast too. What are we, 18 kilometers an hour? That's lovely. That's absolutely lovely. It's exactly what we want to see. Now we need to run over here. So I'm thinking I would still like to do one big field of corn for sure. I think that this field would be a good one to do some corn in. So that's just kind of how I have blue set up here. Blue pulling blue. And I figured instead of doing cotton in this field, we could do some corn. And yeah, that was just kind of my plan. I think these front fields we can kind of do whatever we want in. We could do them, excuse me, in oats if we wanted. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'll kind of just see as I'm going here. I'll kind of think about it as I'll have some time, but the main thing will be just planting and planting. Now, another thing too is I had said originally like, oh, I don't want to put too many cuts and everything, but I was just like, as I was eating, I was going through our kind of our vids and going through our time and stuff, and I'm probably gonna have to put some cuts in some of this. Otherwise, it's gonna be like it's gonna be like a 3 or 4 hour episode, and I don't really want that for you guys. That's gonna be good there. Let's just go like that. Let's jump over here. Whoa. Oh, that's right. Yeah, so, okay, that's right. We can't plant corn in that one just yet. That's my bad. We have to focus just on our sunflowers right now. Can't plant corn just yet. Just yet. We've got to wait till... When do we got to wait till? April. Okay, yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad. Well, you know what? That being said, I think we're just going to call an audible on this right now, and we're just going to do sunflowers and oats. I think that's going to be the smartest thing to do, just so I can get this stuff planted. And we still have headers. We still have headers that can do both corn and sunflowers, so that's going to be okay. So, that being said, why don't I just whip this back around here, go like that, and just go like that. And this thing will do everything I need to. Oats here. I've got a bunch of corn here still left in this because we actually filled the production facility full of corn, believe it or not. It's 100% full, so I'm just going to dump this, you know, if I can. Yep, that's good there. Oh, yeah, you need the PTO engaged. Yep. But then I'm going to go over with this tractor right now. I'm going to run over and get that set of rollers, and we're going to start chasing people with some rollers. Now, I will probably put another time lapse in again. I just don't exactly know when. So for right now, you know what's funny too? I bought all that lime. I bought all that lime in preparation, thinking one of these fields would need to be limed, and they didn't. I can't believe that. I thought for sure, one of these fields would need lime. Nope. Unless I missed one, which, I mean, I guess that being said, I should probably pay attention and just double check. No, we checked. We ran. We checked. So I'm pretty sure we're good to go. I'm going to hook onto these rollers. If I can. And I'm going to go chase the green mile up there with rollers. And chase getting this field rolled. Man, we got a pile of work to do. We've got a pile of work to do. Which is fine. Completely fine. Let's get these opened up. This is what we wanted, you know. This is our marathon episode. Can't be the ultra farmer if you're not ready to put in the work for a long shift. Okay, so let's open this. We'll drop this down a little bit. 2 headlands. Let's even go 3, and then we'll do up downs because that's what I got that other thing set. It's so. Let's do that. Let's do that, and let's hope these don't run into each other. But we'll just have to watch. We can park that for now. This is still going good. We can drive this guy up to the other laydown and go hook onto the other set of rollers. That's what we're going to do. And then we will get, once we have that other set of rollers going, because let me just think about this real quick. Yeah, we'll be able to get those that other set of rollers going kind of on that oat field that we started with the cedar, because that cedar is going so quick right now. And it's quite large. I believe it's 18, is it 18 meters, that cedar? I get confused with all the implements. But we'll get those rollers going on that, and then we're going to grab the herbicide sprayer, get him full of herbicide, because I think he might have had fertilizer in him at the end. I can't remember exactly, but regardless, we'll get that guy filled with herbicide, and then we will go chase rollers and spray for weeds, and should go pretty good. It should go pretty good because these rollers that we got, that I'm really glad we got, they actually pull pretty quick. In comparison to the other rollers, like the OG rollers that you can get in base game, will pull at 12 kilometers an hour. Just not gonna cut it on these bigger fields, especially when we're trying to get as much done as we are. But these ones will pull at 20. Am I right saying 20? It was 18 or 20. Regardless, both are awesome. Completely awesome. Whether it's 18 or whether it's 20. That'll help out massively. Just absolutely massively. So I think what we'll be able to do is, I think that cedar will be far enough ahead that we can just start these units and just chase each other's tails. So what I think I'm going to do then, in the sake of kind of trying to keep these episodes down just a bit, is, whoa, why is that happening? We specifically bought these so that didn't happen. Yeah, in the sake of, because we've still got a major harvest to go through. Like, what is going on here with these things? Is it just because they're not... Oh, don't do it to me. I was just talking about how great you guys are. Don't do it to me. Yeah, because we still got another harvest to go through with filming. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to put a little cut in here. I'll kind of bring you back once a few of these fields have progressed a little bit with the seed and the rolling and stuff. And then what maybe I'll do is kind of leave a bit of the front fields. Potentially what I'll do is leave a bit of the front fields so that we can kind of do those together. And then once the front fields are done, that'll get us into spraying our second set of fertilizer on everything, our second stage of it. And then it'll get us into harvest. And we'll probably do another time lapse, kind of like we did with the first harvest, to get it all done. Thank you again. I know this is a long episode, so if you're still with me, thank you so much. I appreciate it a crazy amount. If you're liking this episode, make sure, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you're excited with this series, always do me a favor and hit that sub button. I appreciate it a lot. But okay, I'm gonna leave you guys just for a little bit. I'm gonna get some of these fields a little further along, and then I'll bring you back kind of when we're getting closer to finishing rolling most of the big fields, and we're spraying some herbicide. Alright folks, I figured I'd bring you back as we've kind of made some progress here planting. I'm just pulling the green mile around here, and I'm going to get him parked away. Basically, you know what? This is the last time we're going to use the green mile. We've actually finished using him, which is crazy to think. So I ended up doing a field in cotton. I ended up doing our big 13 and 14 field. Whoa, before I wrecked the green mile. In cotton, and the reason for that is I just was thinking, like, even though it takes a long time for that cotton harvester to go around, there's going to be so much work that needs to be done at harvest anyways, that it'd be nice to just set that cotton harvester like on that field, and then there really is no babysitting with that, because it just drops the bales as it's finished, and unless it runs out of fuel, there's really nothing that I need to do to to babysit it. There's really kind of no other way to say it. So I figured, yeah, I'll do a field in cotton, and yeah, I figured that would be that one. So I'm just kind of going around here. I'm just running. I'm honestly just been running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to keep up with everything. I'm kind of running out of stuff for big tractors to do. I have just about all the fields are just about planted. I'm just finishing planting up the front field, the last front field. I've kind of just made a mix of everything with oats, sunflowers, and one cotton field. This field's being rolled there. What did I do? Okay, I went and I rented another big sprayer. I rented this big sprayer to help with everything out. And we can get that off there. And yeah, I've just been going. I've been running around. You see, like, worker is blocked. This guy. Yeah, I knew this would happen. I really knew this would happen. But I figured. Oh, but this is basically the end of it. Okay. So, there we go. We are almost done planting. Let's see if we can snake blue around here. What I'm going to do is just catch this little spot out here that had been missed. Let's shut that off. Come on, blue. Almost hooked on it one more time there. Let's just catch this little spot here. Because why not? And then we can lift this up, fold this away. And that's it. All the fields are now officially planted / seeded. I'm going to just bring this over. Like I said, I've kind of just been parking stuff, getting it out of the way. This thing should have been doing what it was doing, but it kind of ran into a spot there. Or it kind of got jammed up. So let's just get this guy fired up. We'll bring him down across this patch. And then I'm going to tab up to that other sprayer and get him going on that big field. I don't think I'll have enough spray to finish that big cotton field that we did, but that's kind of okay. I'm just going to keep running around. Let's turn that off. Let's do exactly what we said. Let's tab up to it. Get this thing unfolded. I'll get him going as far as he can on that field to get the weeds sprayed off. This one's such an intense sprayer. Massive. I also went through and sold a bunch of sheep just because so much wool was being produced and it was hard to keep up with that. And I was like, well, you know, series is coming to an end. We might as well sell a bunch. I didn't sell all of them, but a bunch have been sold. So let's go with that, of course. Drop that down. See what kind of pattern this gives us. Sure, good enough. Okay, so he can get going there. Where's our other sprayer? I want to fold this guy up real quick just because we're going to rip around and fill him with some herbicide. And then keep going, spraying fields, and I'm just going to tab around. Okay, this roller's going there. This guy is like jammed out. Honestly, I don't know what it is with this tractor. I think there's something messed up with this tractor, to be honest. It's like, it really, when you set an AI worker with this tractor, it really can't figure it out. I don't understand what's going on. I've been trying to, like, yeah, I don't even really know what's going on. But all the patterns, like, none of the, it just gets, like, wrapped around trees and stuff. It's very, it's pretty brutal, actually, if I'm being completely honest. But all the other tractors had just been so busy doing stuff that I hadn't really had the chance to swap it out. But we'll get him going on that. Okay, he's going good there. What I could do is I might just drop this implement off right there for now. Jump into this guy, hit the button again to make sure he's full of spray. And then we're off. We're off to spray some more fields and just keep going with this process. I'm gonna bring you guys back I'll bring you guys back once we are fertilizing, because like I said, this episode is kind of, it's going to be a long one. I'm not going to lie, it's going to be a long one. Again, if you're if you're still watching it at this point, thank you. It's been a it's been a long day for me. I'm not even going to lie. Just running around. This one's got weeds on it, which is what I figured. Okay, let's get this pattern set up, and we still got another harvest to do. So actually, I want it round. That's good enough. Okay, set that. Let's jump out. This, I don't really know what's going on here. We'll deal with that in a second. This guy's done. I don't want to get in the way of this thing. But yeah, this is what we got going on. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna bring you guys back once we are spraying our, like, once everything has a growth cycle on it and we're spraying some fertilizer. I'll bring you back in just so you can be a part of that. And then the next time after that I bring you in will be harvest, the second harvest, which again we'll probably have to do a bit of a big time lapse in that one just to kind of keep everything in track, and so that this episode doesn't go 4 hours long. But also, you know, it's two harvests back to back. There's no way I'll be able to do three. There's just no way. I don't have enough time in the day. Yeah, I don't have enough time in the day at all. But we'll get two done, and we'll get the production facilities rocking, and we'll get a good yield off this stuff. So I'll bring you back once we're doing some spraying for fertilizer. All right, folks, we are back here. We have got all our fields planted and seeded for the second time. Got them rolled out. I got all the herbicide sprayed on everything, and now I'm going through. I've basically got everybody set up on a sprayer or fertilizer spreader to go through and get the second stages of fertilization on all the fields. We've kind of got a combination of everything going on right now: sunflowers, a bunch of oat fields, and one big cotton field. But the rest, yeah, is just sunflower and oats. I'm just kind of going through, you know, babysitting each of these sprayers. I guess we can tab through a little bit. I left that one going. Got this guy rocking on this field. Actually, what I should probably do is go to the map. Oh, well, we can see our fields right here. So obviously the yellow ones are our sunflowers. These are our oat fields, and then our one big cotton field. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 and 4. And yeah, we got some cotton, which is pretty not too bad. Thomas's canola fields. And yeah, let's go to fertilization though. Okay, you can see we're just plugging away, kind of getting everything fertilized. I want to get this field done, get this big field done. These ones are a little bit like this field, this field, this field. Our rectangle ones are super easy. Once this big sprayer guy is done in this field, I'll get him set up on this one, on our cotton field. And yeah, we're just going to be going to town, getting everything sprayed out, getting everything ready to rock. Let's jump through and watch some of these guys work a little bit. Honestly, I'm just going to sit here for a second. I'm not going to lie to you guys, like, I'm exhausted. I've been playing this game for way too much today, but this is it. This is what I decided to do, you know? I gotta I'm gonna always do this, even though this has been a long day and we still got more to do. It's okay, because I know that the harvest will actually go pretty quick. Not super quick, but it should only take, like, really couple hours, really. So, like, in this, fertilizing really won't take that long. Like, I mean, if I sit here for another 10-15 minutes, basically everything will be fertilized. It doesn't really take that long with these big, like, this thing's like 45 meters wide, the other one's 35, and the rear, the solid fertilizer spreader, that's another 42 meters wide. So, like, even if I look, like, yeah, it says it'll take 5 minutes to do this field, which is basically nothing. So like I said, like 15 minutes, all these fields are going to be done. Even though, like, I don't know if it's just glitched or... Oh, it might be getting to a... Yeah, it's just spinning itself around here. Okay. I'm like, why isn't it spraying? What's going on here? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's go jump. I left that one there in case I gotta go back. This guy's probably doing the same thing, trying to get... Oh, and I don't have... I've got that other one parked. So let's run over and get into him. Like it says he's done, and he does look done. Perfect. So let's unpark him. Fire him back up. Head over and get him set up on another field over here. And yeah, this is just basically what I got going on. Like I said, I'm gonna kind of save the rest of the content so that this episode doesn't go super long for when we do the harvest. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna keep doing this. You guys have seen me fertilize fields a million times, so I'm just gonna kind of go ahead and I'll do this, off camera, if you will. Get us set up for our next, because as soon as this is done, I'm sleeping through, like I'm not even looking at anything, I'm just sleeping through, boom, 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 right into the next harvest, and then the combines are going to get fired up again, the cotton harvester is going to get put out, going. I think what I might do is kind of just get the cotton harvester set out, going, like as soon as it's ready to go, get him going, and then I'm probably going to go just make myself a little bit of supper, or kind of like a late afternoon snack, if you will. And yeah, let him kind of go ahead, and then I'm gonna jump on the harvesters, get the grain carts out going, and pull all this crop off the field. And yeah, that's my plan. So I'll see you guys back here in a sec. All right, team, we are back. I am still just giving her. We are into August now, so that means all of our oats are ready to go. So I'm just pulling the combines around and kind of getting them set up so that we can start pulling these oats off the field. And then as soon as all the oats are off, so we got oats in 4 fields, right? 4 fields, yep. So once all the oats are off these 4 fields, then I will jump back over, like we'll sleep, and we'll get right into October, and then it's sunflowers and cotton. Sunflowers and cotton for the final time. So let's pick this field. Let's drop this down a little bit. Let's do one of these. Is that what I want to do? You know what? I'm just going to do up downs, and you know what I'm going to do, because it's not really working that good for me. Let's just do that. Do that to make it easier. So I gotta go run around. I'm gonna hook onto this trailer over here, and yeah, you know the routine. It's gonna be a whole bunch of chasing combines, getting the grain out of them, and we'll come back and we'll dump what we can into the production facility. I still haven't started the production facility. I'll kind of do that because it's not going to take that long for everything to work through. Yeah, I don't know. I'll kind of just play it by ear. I'll kind of think about it a little bit more as I go, how I want to do it. But I can turn the production facility on. It's kind of something I might just do off camera a little bit. Once it's all said and done, I will turn the production facility on. I'll obviously kind of keep notes of everything to make sure we know exactly like what we got for yields off this double harvest. And then, so I'll keep track of that to let you guys know in episode 50. And then what I'll probably do is just off camera, I'll let the production cycles run, and then maybe I'll run everything up and sell it. And then that way on episode 50, we'll be able to kind of see exactly how much cash we've got sitting as like our final little, tally. And let's jump out of this real quick here. I'm in super speed mode because I've just been running. Let's take this off. Oh. There we go. I want to drop that. And then the only other thing I did, so I returned the big sprayer, so we don't have that anymore, which obviously we don't need because we're not fertilizing or spraying weeds again. And then I returned the one set of corn headers that we have, because we already have a set of corn headers, but what I did to speed everything up, just because I'm getting tired, I'm not gonna lie here. I rented another set of the good sunflower headers to help us out with the with just getting the rest of these sunflower fields done when the time comes. Obviously, I hope the part that doesn't slow me down is the cotton field. I hope I made a good call doing that as a cotton field. I wanted to do a big field of cotton because I figured it would be, like I said, something I could kind of quote unquote set and then, whoa, run into a tractor, set and then like forget while we're doing these other fields and chasing around trying to get the like the grain carts full and all that stuff. So yeah, my thought process was if I can have a field like a big one that's kind of far away that the cotton can just, we don't really have to do anything. We don't have to babysit it. It's just gonna do it and drop the bales off. Okay, we'll just call that good. Let's see. Let's get this going. Also, did I have straw swaths? Okay, good. Let's go check this other one. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, good, good, good. So what I'm going to do, what I think I'm going to do, I'm trying to figure out how I want to do the time lapse of all of this. I haven't really decided yet. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting tired. I've been sitting at my computer for way too long today. I'm gonna go drink water. I even watched the movie Joe Dirt, which is a pretty funny movie. It's pretty funny. While I was doing all this, like while I was like doing work kind of in between our cuts and stuff, I just had it on another monitor. Joe Dirt's actually a pretty funny movie. Uh, but I don't really know how I'm gonna do the this next time lapse for everything, but this is definitely gonna be a long episode. So I think let's just tab over and see how this is gonna go. These oat fields are actually gonna get cleared off pretty quickly. So I think what I'll do is I'll save the time lapse for the sunflowers, because that we got some big fields that we got to deal with, but those headers go 15 kilometers an hour, so they'll actually go. It'll make the time lapse kind of quick. We'll be able to get more done in a time lapse if that makes sense. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll just kind of keep plugging away here on these oat fields, getting everything torn off, chase everything with these grain carts, and park this for now. Yeah, yeah. I think that's what we'll do. We'll kind of save the major time lapse for these sunflower fields, but I'll get all these oats pulled off. Anything that we can't fit, I'll just dump into the silos. And yeah, I'll bring you guys back here in a little bit once we're kind of getting further along on these oat fields. Okay, team, I am just back here. We're just finishing up the last of the oat fields, believe it or not. We're getting the oat fields completed. Just gonna spin around here. Actually, I'm gonna do two things. I'm going to back up. I'm actually just gonna drop these headers off right about there. I'll be fine. Those are rentals. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. I've been just playing this too much. I'm starting to get sloppy with my buttons. Okay, let's dump this in here. And then I'm gonna run back over. I mean, this thing will probably be good for fuel, but I gotta run over to get the header, the sunflower header anyways. So I'm gonna run back over, get the sunflower header. I'll dump these oats, and then we're gonna jump through, we'll jump through 2 more months into October. And then we got some sunflowers to harvest and the cotton to do. So let's do that. Let's pull this bad boy over. I already got one of the combines set up here with the headers for the sunflowers because I'm thinking he can catch this field quick and then do the kind of like the OG cotton field that we got kind of behind the farm here. And then he can just chase up and catch any other fields that need to be done. Oh, I was gonna go this other way. What we should do too, let's jump out Freckles is probably hungry. It's been a long day. He's been doing... There he is! Look at him. He's just hanging out in the backyard while we're out here working. I was trying to honk at him. I don't know. I was trying to honk at him, but it wouldn't work. Okay, let's grab this bad boy. These headers are so fast. So I already pulled the cotton harvester all the way out to the big cotton field. And it's just chilling there waiting. I don't really know how long it's going to take for that unit to harvest that field, but I figure while we're here, let's grab a little bit of fuel. Because why not? And then we'll head up. And I'm going to take this this combine, and I'll get him set up on like the other, like the biggest of all the sunflower fields. Because I think if we get that one done, yeah, I'm thinking we'll try and get that one done somewhat first. I don't really know, but I might rent another like big kind of auger wagon just to have two going on this field, so that when one's full I don't have to like travel so far to go dump. I could just come, like, say if I had one sitting here, I can come offload and then have one closer to the unit. I don't really know just yet. I'm just gonna pull this guy around, and I'm actually gonna put a little bit of fuel in him, and I'm gonna unpark Blue just so I can tab into him if need be. Also, what I did is I started the what did I... Oh, the corn. I started the corn production facility. I guess we could go in there and look while this thing's fueling up. Let's go down into corn. So, yeah, I had started the corn one, and we were full. We were 240,000 liters in here. Plus, there's a bit in the silos. I can't remember exactly how much is in the silos. We can go check, but corn was right full. And the oats are almost right full as well. It won't be able to take all of them. I'll have to dump in there. But I wanted to get the corn cycles going. I'm actually gonna... That reminds me. I'm gonna dump what I can of this into the production facility. Then I'm gonna try and fill this trailer with corn, because when I sleep through in the months, the corn's gonna run through its production facility, or its cycles. And then while all that's happening, what I'm gonna do is start, then I'll start the oat one as well while we're doing the sunflowers. And then hopefully that will be able to kind of run its cycle. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and get as much corn in the production facility as I can, fill it right full. I don't know what's left in these silos, if there's 20,000, 30,000. Honestly, all of this oats isn't gonna fit in the production facility, so I'm just gonna say, because we're gonna have to dump a little bit in here anyways, let's just dump all of this. We'll dump all of this, and then we'll pull out what we can for corn, put that in the production facility. That way when I sleep a month through, I'm gonna just run up with our other tractor and our trailer and pull all the flour out of the way and just kind of stock it somewhere. Then I'll start the oat production, run that cycle through while we're sleeping into October, and then that way the whole production facility will be empty, and it'll just be able to... Oh, corn. There we go. So we got 30,000. So this isn't actually going to be able to fit all of it in there, but that's fine. That's fine. That way then when because I don't want the storage unit that, like, because you'll see where the pallets drop outside. I don't want that to be mixed with a bunch of different stuff. I'd kind of like it to just be one after another. Like, this is all just corn flour. Or what if the flour is just the flour and it doesn't really matter? Let me just check. Like, does it matter if it's, you know, corn flour or... Oh, and I've got chaff in there too. Okay, okay. Yeah, so that's as full as it's gonna be. Okay. This guy's fueled up. let's go jump, and I'm just gonna fire up blue, unpark him, just in case I need another tractor to pull some wagons around. That's what I'm gonna do. But okay, I'm just gonna do what I said. I'm gonna kind of run through all those cycles, the productions, and then I'll bring you guys back when we're actually cutting some sunflowers, and I've kind of done a little bit of messing about. Okay, folks, we're back here. I'm just kind of doing some messing around. Honestly, I'm trying to get something figured out with this production facility. I can't, like, if you look in the bottom right hand of our screen, it says there are too many pallets. Like, it's telling me if I come in here that it's storing 340,000 liters of flour, and then there's the chaff as well. I don't know how you get the chaff or any of that out, but no pallets are spawning. So I don't really know what I'm going to do. What I think I'm going to do is just activate the sunflowers to see if I can get a pallet to spawn, and maybe it'll just kind of like unjam the situation. I tried everything. I even reset the game, but I don't know what's going on here, because I was going through and I pulled out all of our flour and I just been stocking it out here. But like I said, I just don't really know why this is doing what it's doing. So I've started the sunflowers, like, and I'm just gonna sit here for a sec. Well, no, do I really want to sit here for a sec? Everything's ready to harvest except the cotton just isn't fully ready yet. So I figured I'd bring you guys back in and we'll go jump. Maybe let's just go have a quick little sleep here and just see what's going on with that production facility. I don't know why it's doing that. I really thought even just doing the reset of the game would help, but it didn't. I just don't want it to jam out for the sunflower oil then. Like, if we can't pull the pallets out of there. Just don't know. Don't know. Let's jump up to... Yeah, like, we don't have any pallets that are spawning out of there. I don't understand. I don't understand why that's happening, to be honest. Because now when we go in here... Yeah, materials are missing. Yeah, because we don't have anything left in there. So honestly, we can just deactivate that for right now. But sunflower oil, 140,000 liters. Like, well, where is it? How do I get it? How do I get it out of there? So I don't really know what to do with that. But instead of worrying about it too much, I say we... Well, we gotta sleep one more time. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, does it think there's too many pallets, like, on our farm? Like, that shouldn't matter. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Yeah. Big day for Mr. Freckles. Okay, let's just hit the sleep one more time. I don't really know what's going on with that. I don't know. I must be missing something. There can't be too many pallets on the map. Like, we've had a lot of pallets before. Yeah, there's still nothing here. There's still nothing here. Okay, first thing we gotta do. We gotta get into speedrunner mode. We gotta get in this unit. And we gotta get this guy going. So it's full of fuel. Let's get this guy going. How long do you guys think this is gonna take to do this huge field? Let's be honest. What do we want to do on it? We could just do 4 headlands, smooth. Let's see. Oh. Let's wait. Okay, here. Can I unpark it? No. Unless I hit... I don't want to unpark it. Because I don't want to be tabbing into it, but hopefully it'll tell us. It should start the harvest here, and then it should tell us how long. Two hours. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Oh my god. Okay. Well, well, it just is what it is. You know, it'll probably take us 2 hours and 40 minutes to figure out what's going on over here, but... So let's get everybody going, because we got a lot to do here. You can go there. We're gonna have to do 2 headlands, nice and smooth. Sure. Don't disappoint me. Don't disappoint me. Okay, let's jump in. We'll pull this guy around, because we gotta go get in that other combine, but we might as well pull this guy around. I put this tractor on this auger wagon just because these wide wheels, it's kind of hard when you gotta get real tight to... With that other trailer, you gotta get real tight to the combines to offload. And I can't believe that thing's gonna take 2 hours and 40 minutes. Well, what I could always do to speed it up is to, like, I could just lease another one real quick, if need be, and just, maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe, I don't know. We'll just see. I'm gonna get everybody kind of going here. There's gonna be a bit of babysitting getting this, this big field done once I kind of have a better, just a grasp on everything. We'll see what it's gonna be like. So number of headlands, probably... Let's just do 3, because it's easier to keep track of everything once you're doing the up and downs. Yeah. Alright. Godspeed. Let's take this tractor over to the front sunflower field. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with this production facility. Why it's not doing everything. Also, can I store... Real quick here, let's just jump out. I don't think I can store pallet... Oh, bale and pallet storage. No way. Okay. I don't know if that'll help, but maybe we can store some of those bales or those pallets in there. I'll try and see. I'll try and just see, like, if that's what it's going to take to get those to spawn out, but I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure. Okay. Let's rip around here. Okay, so that's where everything started. So this guy should be able to do a loop before we have to pull anything out. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on here. Let's take these over and see if this helps anything. I'm not too sure if it will. Oh. Okay, so that seems to be doing it. Okay, so it's telling me I've got too many pallets on the map. I mean... Whoa. Okay, so there we go. We fixed it. And you guys were worried. Okay, so that's what you gotta do then. Well, let's see if we can fill this storage thing right full. Oh, of course. Of course. Why don't they make the drop-off area a little bit better for us, you know? They know how bad we are at this. Pull on through. Oh, come on, game. Okay, so now we gotta play a little truck driving mode here. We're gonna have to push these pallets in. We'll see if we can pull this off. My plan is to push these in. Kind of worked. Let's see if I can do that. Get her nice and tight. And then boom. Yep. Yep. See how I did that? It's an advanced driving technique. Oh, so is this. Let's get these guys loaded up. Now it's all fun and games, but we need to check 68% full. Wonder if we can. Yeah, he'll just tell us when it's full. They'll be full when they're full. Let's get these pallets out of the way. Get them stored. No, no. Yes. Team. Team. We did it. Oh my god. We were one wheel in there for a second. Oh. Good stuff. Good stuff right there. I can't believe that it's like it just decides that I have too many pallets on the map, and then it's like, I wonder how many pallets we can even put in that unit. Okay, we gotta be a little more careful. When I say we, you know, got a mouse in my pocket right now because it's just me. Nice and gentle. Nice and gentle. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna keep doing this. I will bring you guys back in just a second. We'll do a bit of a time lapse with the fields. I just want to kind of get these squared away, and then I'm going to park the appropriate equipment, if that makes sense, so that when I tab through to everything during our time lapse, it's not just like a mess of like tabbing to a bunch of different equipment, blah blah blah. So I'm just gonna get that all squared away. I'll bring it back, and then we'll do. It's gonna be another kind of bigger time lapse of this harvest. We got the grain tank full. See what I mean? I don't want to have to like tab through. I just want to be tabbing through the combines and basically the tractors with the grain carts on them. That's basically it. So I'll get everything set up, and then I'll bring you guys back in just one sec. Okay, team, we are back. We got that other sunflower field done over there. We're starting this guy on this big one right here. He's literally just started. I just got him set up. This combine over here is full. I did all the monkeying around with all the pallets, which was just a bit of a gong show a little bit, because then I tried to pull some out of the spawn area, but then all the sunflower oil and the flour was all mixed together. It's just a bit of a gong show, but that's okay. That's okay. We're getting through it. We're like almost done. We're almost done. I don't want to seem not like enthused. I am enthused because this is like what I waited for. I was like very excited, but I actually just like I just went and used the bathroom, and I was like, okay, I'm about sick of harvesting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so sick of running around these fields right now. Oh, I'm just like tired. But that's farming, you know? This is like, it's kind of funny because like this is how probably, I don't know how real farmers are, right? But I imagine that during harvest, it's like go, go, go. It's like this. It's just, you don't stop. They're probably working late, mainly because, again, I'm just assuming here, so if you're a real farmer and I'm just talking crap, then I'm sorry. My assumption is that they're like go, go, go because they're losing daylight, and then they're also like worried about weather, right? That's my thoughts. That's my uneducated thoughts on all of this. Let's get this guy fired back up. Make sure he's in the correct line. In the correct line. We're going good. Okay. Yeah, we've got this tractor here ready to go. Okay, so I'm just gonna tab through everything. We got this combine going. We've got this tractor full, which I'm actually just gonna pull over and dump right now because I might as well. I got time since I just offloaded that guy. Pull over and dump this. I just want to tab through. I got this combine set on one of the tabs. This tractor. Okay. We're gonna give her. This is gonna do a little bit of a time lapse getting this field done for sure. And then probably that other field done. This is probably what I'll just kind of keep the time lapse to, because it'll probably, I don't want it to run too long, but that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking for time lapse sake. So I'm just gonna go dump this, and then once I'm back over here, we'll start the time lapse and we'll be good to go. And I'll see you guys. This one will be our final field. Cotton field's coming along nicely. If we have to get an extra harvester for that, we will. But yeah, I'll be back, and you guys can watch this time lapse. Okay, folks, we did it. We got those fields done. Working on this last kind of sunflower field right now. What I'm gonna probably do is I'm going to, so that other combine it's doing some headlands, and then it's gonna do like up and downs on this field. What I'm probably gonna do is just kind of track out where the up and downs are gonna go, and I'm gonna start on the other side with this one and kind of just do it like by hand, if that makes sense. Just to, like, I won't set a work or anything to it. I also was just running this cultivator around because I figured, why not? It can just be going in the background, clearing off some of these fields. It's not really, doesn't really matter, but might as well clear some of these fields off, is kind of my thoughts. And yeah, so what I'm gonna do, and the cotton field is still just going. It's got a bit of time left. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go. I'll put in a cut. I'm gonna race around and get this other field, this other sunflower field done. I'll get him all pulled off. I'll get everything put in, and then I'll bring you guys back in when the cotton field is finishing. When the cotton field's finishing, I'll bring you back in, and we'll go sit in that cotton combine, and we'll finish the last few rows kind of together, just chatting about the harvest. But I'm gonna yeah, like I said, I'm gonna rip around with that other combine, kind of just getting that field done as fast as I can, so we can. I'm just gonna need to take a little bit of a break here and go get a drink and stuff like that. So I'll bring you guys back in when we're in that cotton harvester and we are finishing off this back-to-back harvest, which was more work than I really thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie. Whatever. That's what I get. That's what I get. Okay. I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, team. We are getting to the very bitter end of it. This is it here. This little patch of cotton is the final patch. I'm just in here getting this done. This is actually what we're in right now is a rental harvester. I ended up getting 2 going on this because it was just taking way too long, and I'm just tired and done. But this is it. This is our final few passes on the final harvest of our No Man's Land series, FS22. So I wanted to bring you guys back in. I know this was a long episode. Don't know how many people really stuck around to the end of this. Hopefully you guys did, but I just want to thank each and every one of you who did follow along this series, and you know, all the likes, the comments, stuff like that, everyone who watched, and yeah, it's just great. It was really great to have everyone here, and I just appreciate it a whole bunch. But this is it. This is our last little bit. We'll catch this last little few tufts of cotton over here, and then that's it. That's a wrap for this farm that we built from absolutely nothing. Again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it like you wouldn't believe. I'm gonna go, honestly, I'm gonna hit save and just go get some sleep, but thank you guys again so much. I appreciate it. If you haven't hit that sub button, if you haven't liked or commented, please do so. I'd love to hear from you guys and hear what you thought of this series. Make sure and come back and check out episode 50. Episode 50, we're not going to be doing any farming, but it won't really be a super long episode. There'll just kind of be a recap. I got kind of just a special little thing planned for everybody, and then that's it. We'll wrap it up. But again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. And we did it, you know. We did it. Let's just, you know, real quick. Let's just go into flight mode. This was it. This is it. This is our farm. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you on the next one.